Hello there, Scorpio. Welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I am Nicole. So guys, I'm going to start this off with, if you cannot hear me super well, turn up the volume on your device. This is a late night reading. I have been thinking about doing this all weekend. And today is the first opportunity. Tonight is the first opportunity that I've had to do this. This is for a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising. Cross Watcher, if that's you, welcome to the channel as well. But what I will say is this. This message, I feel, is something that all signs can take from regardless. So if you're inclined to share this video, do so. I felt it very important to sit down and talk about a couple of things and then dive into some of the cards and the intuitive stuff. And then, yeah, I don't know, we're going to roll with it from there. So again, as always, thank you for all the likes, shares, subscribes, comments. Those of you who have booked personal readings, you guys kept me busy today. Thank you so very much. I am eternally grateful for all of your love and support, all the ways you support the channel, in me, and I am extremely blessed. So thank you all for that. I'm going to light some Palo Santo. Guys, I am going to talk about things that this whole entire world literally has come to know, right? And it's something, I don't know, I just felt like I needed to share this and then provide a collective message and then jump to Scorpio. So again, once again, another message, something for everybody here, right? So with that, I don't know if you guys ever use Palo Santo to sage. It is a blessed holy wood from Peru. It's amazing. It smells so good. It's just a beautiful, beautiful scent. All right, so I think it was Friday, maybe maybe Saturday, but I'm pretty sure it was Friday. I posted a video for Scorpio, and yeah, it was the day that I posted 2 of them. And one of the comments said she had mentioned that the president is a Scorpio, which I didn't know. I stay out of the political ring, but do my part. And I don't know what it was about that comment when I read it, but it stuck with me. And I had a couple conversations. I know even some of the clients that I've done readings for recently, maybe you're watching this now, I had mentioned like this weird feeling, right? I talked to a few people and just said, I've just had this ick feeling for a week and a half, 2 weeks. Something just felt off. And I kept complaining about it, talking about it, whatever, however it was viewed, to the point that I began to believe for a second that probably some of my family and friends were like, Nicole, just knock it off, right? Like, knock it off. So Saturday, as I start choking, interesting, I had my kiddo out at an event, and we were outside, and there was a loudspeaker. And I stood there, and I did not, we had arrived at this place around, I don't know, 7, 8 o'clock, somewhere in that ballpark, and there was a loudspeaker on playing a radio station, and I'm listening, but I'm dealing with my kiddo and doing some of the things, setting up for the things we were doing, and I started to catch bits and pieces of what was transpiring, and then finally it kind of hit me after I heard a few things that I needed to stop and really pay attention to what was going on, because it sounded like massive background noise, confusion, like nothing was, like, it was almost like, you know, we talk about the law of attraction, you talk about Jerry and Esther Hicks, they channel Abraham, right? Or Esther channels Abraham. Tuning into that frequency, literally tuning in to that radio dial, right? And as I said that, the camera, I don't know if you, I'm gonna have to go back and watch this once I post this, but there was a little wave that I just saw go through the camera, which is very interesting, talking about that frequency. I finally tuned in, right? And hold on, hang on. I'm pretty sure I know what just happened here. Okay, real life. I thought the dog was eating the cat's food again. Here we are. So I turn into this frequency of what is going on around me, and I realize that something awful has happened. So I jump to the internet, find out what's going on, and found out about the assassination attempt. I stood at the back of my vehicle while my child was talking, and it took me back to my memory of being in high school and 9/11 happening. I want you all to think back to some of the videos that I have posted. How many times I've talked about 9/11 popping up as a number of significance for you all. Okay, I want you to think about that on an intuitive level. But it took me back to 9/11 and us being in a classroom, and we had a TV in the room, and we weren't sure what the hell was happening, right? Like, we seen it on the adults' faces, we seen it on the teachers' faces. You know, some of us had cell phones at that point, so things are kind of happening oddly, but we know something is not right. And as I stood there Saturday with my kiddo in tow, realizing that took me back in time to that moment. And this is now the world that my child lives in. It's kind of scary. It wasn't just an attempt at an assassination. It wasn't just lives being stupidly lost or other people injured without any kind of reason. It was a reminder to us that this country is under attack, that this world is under attack, that spiritual warfare is happening as we speak. Now, with that statement, I do not want you all to be fearful. I do not want you freaking out and going, oh my gosh, because we don't do fear mongering here. But there's a very serious realization to that when you take a look at Pluto and Aquarius, right? The last Revolutionary War happened under that alignment. We are coming into a big shift of time, Scorpio, collective, whoever's watching this as I speak, that we need to pay very close attention. That feeling of knowing that something is just not sitting right with you. Your gut, your mind, your heart, your body, it vibrates, it doesn't make sense, there's confusion, and you could feel like this confusion is just in your everyday life. And I talked about this, the things that were happening on Friday were not just you, right? They were on social, economical scales, bigger things beyond us, things outside of our environment. They were external to us and happening. And here we are. What, 3 days later? 2 days later? This also brings me to the point, as I say that 9/11 on the clock. This brings me to the point, Scorpio collective, that there is so much lack of respect for each other's viewpoints. There is a lack of empathy for anybody, period. I seen comments in some social media saying things like, damn, we missed. What the hell? Still a human life, like them or not. Somebody senselessly lost their life as a result of this. that's the world we live in. I have talked about it on this channel for a while, about being universal love, right? Talked about finding that peace within yourself. We talk spiritual warfare. There will always be some kind of evil that we come up against. You may feel like your faith is being tested unlike ever before. You may feel, as I say that, I got the chills running up my arms. You may feel like it's doomsday. You may feel like the world is coming to an end. It's not. Not the way that we've been taught. Not the way that it's been perceived to us to be. It's a shift. It's a massive shift that is taking place to change the way this world works. And we cannot get to a place of peace without first going through the dark. For those of you that are attuned to your senses, your fifth sense, expect expansion. I've talked about it before, that the way your guides communicate with you will change. And it's happening. We are becoming enlightened to a completely different vibration than ever before. Protect your energy, but be optimistic for the future that is to come. It's very significant. With that, I'm going to leave that portion of that. I just feel the Spirit's like, that's good. That's enough. So with that, I'm going to leave that there, and I'm going to dive into Scorpio's read. So 12:18. I don't even have a pen and paper here. 12:18. Good enough. 12:30, whatever. I'll figure it out and put it in the comments eventually. Bear with me. But with that, what I do want to say is, God bless this country. God bless the people of this country. God bless the children of this country. God bless this entire world, because not only does it impact us, it impacts everybody. Prayers to that gentleman who lost his life. Prayers to the people that were injured. Prayers to the one who felt the need that senseless violence was the way to go. God bless his soul. And to our presidential nominee, God bless him. He's lucky to be alive. Come together in unity and peace. Respect each other's differences. Love each other. It doesn't have to be a fight. It doesn't have to be a war. When there's a side to pick, be neutral. And I will say this, I do not want to see political comments about the runners in the comments section. I will not have a debate on it. This is to bring us together, not to further divide us. I will not tolerate it. All right, 14, Scorpio, there we go. All right, let's jump into it. Let's see what's going on, Scorpio. I do feel like there's a big collective message here for the Scorpios. I've had a beautiful opportunity to speak with quite a few of you today, and then some other signs as well. Thank you all again for your love and support, for trusting me with you all. I got the chills again, right? Like, I love this. I love it. I love it. I love each and every single one of you. Thank you for just being you all, for bearing your heart and souls, for doing the things that you do. Just, you guys are amazing. So thank you. Thank you so very much. All right, let's get to it. Scorpio, what is, Spirit, what does Scorpio need to know at this time? What does Scorpio need to know? Cathedral of Light 5, which is change, energy attachments, Scorpio, energy exchange, negative influence, self-sabotaging tendencies. Scorps, be very, very careful right now. You could almost feel like you're being pulled back in some kind of way. This could be through memories, outlets of the past, past nostalgia. There's a healing modality around this, Spirit is saying. The Cathedral of Light, stubborn attitude, extending the olive branch, artistry. You know, I'm gonna call her, and it's hard to see in the, oh gosh, hold tight for a second. Let's see if I can get a better angle of her. There we go. She kind of resembles the Statue of Liberty as she stands there in her power, right? Like, God bless America here. But she's powerful. She's invoking, Spirit is saying. She is fighting her own demons, him, her, them, they, it doesn't matter, right? There is, Scorpio, do not throw your hands up and just give up at this point, whatever that means for you. You could be feeling like you're fighting a losing battle within yourself, with others. Stand up for courage, stand up for victory, stand up, you know, it's like, I don't know what I'm saying, Empire State Building, like, so much to this. Be that beacon of hope. Be that beacon of light. Be that beacon of change. Be the change you want to see in the world, right? Whatever that means for you. Whatever your mission statement is, whatever your purpose of power is for you, exchange that. And I'm going to tell you, a lot of you could feel like you're being impacted by negative energies around you right now. It doesn't even have to be your own. You could be super sensitive at this time. Through this breakthrough energy that is a portal to the light of the direction in which you're going to start going. Spirit says, spirit means business. So, Scorpio, this is like the mission of this new existence. Okay, this is probably, as I say this, I got, again, chills. This could be the most powerful, transformative time of your life. Some of you may start working with deities. Some of you may start doing like sigils. Some of you could be doing, Spirit said, the spiritual version of arts and crafts, whatever that means for you. You could be taking a look at your birth chart. You could be just, it's like, I see you guys investigating your own path and your own purpose through this change that's happening. It's like you are super sensitive to the changes going on around you. They're giving me 7 of Cups. Some of you could be like uncertain of yourselves, uncertain of your path, uncertain of your direction, uncertain of your purpose. Spirit is telling you to move forward in confidence, even if you feel like you don't know. And again, Pluto and Aquarius, right? The age of the unknown. This is divine faith. This is just putting faith in things that you cannot see. And I feel like a broken record as I say that. Like I've said it in these messages before. I've said it to clients. And I'm going to tell you, I could sit here and talk about my lessons, my personal lessons in faith. Really honing in on what that faith has meant to me. What I've had to learn from my own faith and to draw into that. I don't feel like any explanation of that would ever even begin to touch what it is to have such faith that you were unbothered. Like, you don't let it shake you to your core. You don't let it get you down. It doesn't affect you. It's just like, okay, like I don't know. I don't have a clue, right? Like completely disconnecting from the human mind and going, I don't have a clue what is happening, but I'm going to trust it. We all get into that space of fear within sometimes going, I just need answers. I need to know. Right? It's okay. Spirit is saying it's okay to seek clarity, but don't expect to know everything. Okay? Ascension flame, magical alchemy. I talked about the signs, the sigils, your birth charts, the wheels. Make sure you know where your north and south node is. Here, look, that Cathedral of Light just dropped again. This is a resounding energy here, Scorpio, and I usually don't do the books. I do have the book for these cards. I don't know why I never did put it away. I just stuck it in my box over here. This is a torch, and as I say that, all 3 of them, she's carrying a sphere, right? But she's carrying that sphere in her hand. He's got a torch right there. Do you see that face? It's dark. It's scary. It's probably a little spooky. It's sitting in front of this energy attachments that I talked about, this ascension flame, he has no eyes. This is coming face to face with the devil itself, Scorpio. Liberation, a sense of greater purpose, high expectations. I just talked about those higher purposes for you. This magical alchemy, 23, so you've got 4, 5, and 5 here. Innovation, ingenuity, curiosity ahead of your time. You guys are light workers. Right? Like there's a mastery in this. You could be receiving messages, downloads. You could be alchemizing some information. You've got Mercury, silver, iron, copper on here. Fire and earth are going to be very important to the west. The west in water, air, river, sea, water, Scorpio. Water. This is the first time I've actually read what is sitting in that wheel. Water could be very important to you. Smoke. Palo Santo, sage, fires, right? Smoke is going to be very important for you. They're also talking about a looking glass. So looking, investigating, reading the fine detail, the print, right? When you get a looking glass, you're inspecting things as they are, correct? There is something, what is this? I actually have a chart here. I want to see something because some of the same stuff is coming up and I want to see what that is. What is that? What is that for? Bear with me for a second, guys. As I'm, okay, holy crap. That is Saturn, that information, the Jupiter and Saturn. So Jupiter is a personal expansion process of your realm and your horizons. This house brings good luck, good fortune, the house of optimism and confidence and pride. Saturn, as we know, Saturn is in retrograde right now, right, guys? And I'm going to tell you, I'll tell you over and over, I haven't done a lot of digging into things right now. So just bear with me. Again, I read intuitively and what I'm drawn to. Saturn, where you learn to operate within the limitations of society, responsibilities, and rules. Fears. Your fears could be obstructing your vision to move forward right now. It is obstructions. It is limitations. It is father figures. It is teachers. Give credence, Spirit is saying, give credence to the karmic destiny and the paths that have to be taken while you may feel like you are taking a temporary backseat. For some of you, this could have to do with your career, your reputation, your personal achievements, your moral condition, your moral coding, your ethics, your integrity, right? Directions, life goals, their prestige, and your position of power within your own life. Scorpio, something here is significantly changing, right? And I'm looking at this to see if there's anything else that I'm picking up on with this energy. This is really, really big, guys. Venus, some of your love lives could be being affected by this right now as well. And I'm going to say, what is this? Mercury placements. For some of you, pay attention to your Mercury placements and what's going on in that as well. Because I'm no astrologer, right? I do dive into quite a bit of the astrology in different ways in my own right, in my own way. I do everything my own way, right? There's my rebellion. But definitely look into those things for yourself. But this is intuitively what's coming up right now. Messages, communication, something about artifacts, societal norms. You may be finding something that's old, that maybe have been passed down through family lineage or something like that. I also talked briefly in Friday's read about doing another one in regards to the mother aspect. And so parental rules, right? Parental roles, figures, healing that inner child, Scorpio. Like, I feel like there's so much information coming at you right now, and even coming at me 24/24/6/6 there on the clock. The torch is being passed. You're coming through a victory lap, Scorpio. You only get the torch if you're the winner. That Olympic medalist is the only one, the one who wins it all, that takes home the gold, is the only one who carries the torch. Deep ancestral healing. Some of this stuff goes back to like Egyptian times, things like that. This is bearing the burden of those behind you, those to come after you. This is an alchemization from the old earth into a new earth. This is the dawn of a new age. Like this is I don't expect these readings moving forward right now, guys, to be anything less than deep and probably a little difficult to decipher. I don't know how else to put that. This Cathedral of Light, I'm going to read this card if I can get to it here. Stubborn attitudes extending the olive branch artistry. A cathedral is a large and beautiful place of worship, often filled with beautiful stained glass windows, ancient architecture, historical religious figures, and sacred rituals. The Cathedral of Light is just as you might imagine, a beautiful building filled with glorious colors resonating at pure vibrational and light energy, lifting the heaviest and darkest of energies. And let me reiterate to you, there is that energy attachment sitting right there, right? That heavy shit. When you sit within its beautiful space, through the void, the Cathedral of Light is accessible through meditation and in deep trance states. Surrounded by universal light codes, its high energy and creative coding encourages ingenuity, magical inspiration, and originality. The Cathedral of Light brings new life by adjusting conservative views and beliefs. The Grecian beauty and green ray lady, Master Pallas Athena, directs those who choose to enter to purify, recharge, and illuminate areas that have been previously hidden. Initiating this energetic dispersion refracts remnants of dense lower energy into sacred light. It is simply magical. Ascended Master Pallas Athena asks you to embrace your inner warrior. Extend the olive branch before you dig in and defend your territories. Lower energies and thought forms that have become a constant disruption to your everyday routines must be attacked head on. Interest in medieval cathedrals and sacred and ancient architecture highlight a need to visit these sacred spaces. The Cathedral of Light allowing the refraction of its beauty to permeate your aura. Beauty may shine first, but light will always shine the brightest. Affirmation: my light is radiant. My body removes toxins with ease and comfort. Some of you could be detoxing the mind, detoxing the body, detoxing clutter right now. This is, I cannot emphasize enough right now, Scorps Collective, to purge and cleanse. Make room on your plate for what is to come. It's big. Scorpio, you're leading the way. Whatever this means to you, in whatever way that you are working through your, I got the freaking chills so bad. This ascension process for you, you are leading the way. You are forging the path forward. You are playing a very vital role in what is to come. Some of you could feel like you've lost your voice or losing your voice, that authority is trying to take your voice away from you as well. Stand your ground. Be that warrior. Have that warrior spirit. Gaia, compassion. Listen, I can't, I think I've, again, sound like a broken record. Do all things in love. Do all things in love. Stop and think before you act. Stop and think before you speak. Are you being as good of a listener as you are a talker? Because you have to be able to do both effectively and balanced. Cathedral of Light. Spirit, what is this? Spirit said it's time to slow down and reassess. Change and the cosmic flower. 18 and 12 here. The cosmic flower activates our remembrance of the place that we call home, the core from which we pour our magnificent out into the world, and change. The frequency of change supports our ability to gracefully dance with the forever changing nature of reality, both inward and outward, so that we can appreciate the sweet release of the old and the birth to the new. Like, oh my God, guys, like for real, I can't, this energy, like I don't try to get super dramatic, right? That's not my thing. But there's so much conviction. I said to you about a loudspeaker, right? When I was there on Saturday, you look at this. You see the box, right? You typically see like a box for a speaker, and then the speaker vibrating out, right? There it is. There's a vibration, a mass vibration that is being extended out into the world. It is tuning in. It's asking you to tune into that speaker. It's asking you to turn into that frequency. Become a frequency, right? This cosmic flower is the flower of life. It is where everything is created. How can you balance with that? It's necessary at this time. Clarify the Cathedral of Light, please, Spirit. Cathedral of Light. No, take one in. Passion, tantric journey. This is love. This is self-love. This is self-care. This is fulfilling yourself and others by way of your journey. Earth. You need to stay grounded right now as you move through this. Another 6. I think I had mentioned 6s earlier. You could be seeing 666. You could be seeing 2222 as well. 2425. This could be a big year for those of you that are 24, 25 years old. Some of you could also be looking at the changes that have happened to you from age 12 to age 18. So there could be something going back to your earlier years that you're really needing to take a look at. That seems to be transformative for you. Those time frames, right? 23 as well. Earth, the frequency of Earth activates our deep connection to the physical plane by showing us the beauty of all the aspects of our Great Mother and revealing the more ethereal, spiritual aspects of our nature. Guys, if you have been working on the self, trying to deepen your knowledge with spirit, if you've been diving, feeling the need to learn things, access things, dive deeper into things, just do it. Spirit is saying there is a need for a sound mind and body. These challenges are not for the faint at heart. They are for the strong-willed and determined. To come in with gracious joy, a heart full of love, and determination away from the past. Thank you, Spirit. All right, Spirit, what else for Scorpio? What else does Scorpio need to know? Change decks. Gotcha. All right, Spirit, what else does Scorpio need to know at this time? The spiritual journey. What is this spiritual journey for Scorpio? What do they need to know? Right now, Spirit is saying that divine faith is your mission. As I say that, power and courage come out. Sacrifice. 24 and 42. 24, profound number here as I say this. Sacrifice is 13, Scorpio. That is the card of the death card, right? It is the ultimate sacrifice. 24, both sitting here. I know it's hard to see with this camera. 24, and then with that 24 there came out 42. So reflective energy is 13, a major cycle completion, a major cycle coming to an end. Things could feel like there could be a lot of disruptions right now, right? Whether this is around you in your life, you could feel like there's a constant power struggle, a dynamic here that is like, you know, Scorpio, you are the phoenix, you are the eagle, you are the snake, you are the scorpion, right? Like, you metamorphosize, you transform into what you need to make shit happen. And that eagle is coming in and taking back the power of those that need be, right? This is coming back in and going, I'm no longer fearful of these changes. I am embracing. I will stand here and allow myself to transform and morph. I will lead the way. Bright star, right? This is ethereal energy. This is enlightening us. This is opening us up into power that is not of that of the ego. Andromeda, the sacrifice. Earthly sacrifice is for spiritual knowledge and attainment, Scorpio. This is what I'm hearing from Spirit. Patient. Be patient with yourself through this transition. It's necessary. That is its sacrifice. Scorpio, as you move through these changes and challenges, experience gratitude. Be thankful for the things that have closed out and be grateful for the things that are to come. As you are moving on and moving forward, some of you could be working on new things with this creation card. I said about the distractions, right? Here it comes. Cancerian energy with this card. Eagle. The eagle is focused. The eagle is up, soaring high in the sky. It is minding its business, and it is probably looking for dinner. Fair enough, right? I'm hearing the means of survival. This distraction is coming in to cause confusion. What direction do I go? Where do I go? What do I do? What are my choices at hand? Scorpio, your job is to stay consistent. Your job right now is to stay the path. Your job is to stay course. Again, if you've been working on things, and that Virgo there is justice. I'm going to tell you, by Virgo season, for a lot of you, and remember, we're all on different timelines, but this is a massive freaking shift. That as things are shifting, as things are moving us out of Cancer season into Leo season, where we're finding ourselves, I don't know that I want to say clarity, but we're leading the way. We're moving forward somehow. Okay? That Virgo energy it's a matter of time until that path is picked. Make sure you're on the right side of the path, Scorpio. Don't give in to temptation. Don't give up after a long, hard battle, right? Like, if you go 3 rounds and more, do you give up the last 2? Like, you came that far, why wouldn't you cross the finish line? If you're running a marathon, would you stop at 12 miles? Or would you force yourself to keep going just a little bit further? You're almost there. Scorpio, don't stop now. Don't let your foot off the gas pedal. Don't give up. Like, as I say this, I almost want to cry. Because I feel like some of you out there feel fucking defeated. Like, I have done so much, I have given so much, I have fought so much. You're not a quitter. Scorpios are not quitters. You're almost there. I knew when this has been on my mind that this was going to be a big deal. In Scorpio, it's huge. It really, really, truly is a huge message. What else for Scorpio, Spirit? What else for Scorpio? Window, frame, views, glass, portals, windowsills. We talked about the cathedral, right? They've got the stained glass windows. So stained glass windows could be something of importance to you. I'm going to say this because I know, like, I just paused for a second. Scorpio, word of advice. Pay very, very, very careful attention to your dreams. And I know I've said this, and I'm going to say not just for Scorpio, but all signs. Pay very close attention to your dreams. There are big key messages that are coming in via your dreams and things you're later on hearing about that start to click. And I'm going to tell you guys, like, for me specifically, I would have these visions, dreams, whatever, and it might be 6 months, a year before I would have that deja vu moment, right? Whatever you want to call it. As this energy is coming in, this win. I don't know why I want to go watch the Dow Jones. I have no idea where the fuck that just came from, but if you're into the stocks, watch the Dow Jones. I couldn't tell you the first thing about stocks. I may not even said that the right way, but there's something about that. Pay attention to the stock market. Spirit said, plant your herbs and watch your medicines grow. something too about mother's milk. Mother's milk nurtures the body, heals the body, cares for the body. Scorpio, pay attention to your health right now. There's something here about when we talk about framed views, right? Like a window is framed. But I get this sense of framed views as being the window to the world in which we see based on a construct that we've been taught to believe. Pay attention to that, okay? Just pay very close attention to that. I don't know what else to say to that. Remember too, plants, they create oxygen. They're a breath of fresh air. Breathe fresh air, Scorpio. Bridges could be important. They are a connection point, and I think that came up with the land between in one of the other decks that I have and that I had used. It is that foot in the spirit world, a foot in the earthly realm, and that bridges it closes the gap, right? The heart in the chakras closes the gap between the internal and external worlds, Scorpio. Bench, rest and relaxation, seating, comfort, pause, and ponder. With this power, Scorpio, I keep saying Scorpio, but I'm gonna tell again, it's collective. This isn't just for. Scorpio, there's a profound. I feel like there's a profound amount of you that are gonna understand this deeply. Okay, collective. There's going to be others of you as well. It doesn't matter if you're a Scorpio or not, that you're going to really deeply resonate with this. I have to say this, and I don't mean any slight to any other sign. When you live, breathe, sleep, eat, die, shit in your emotions, right, like Scorpio does, you can't help but feel first. It's the only thing they know how to do. There's a reason for that. Just trust that. Just trust that, okay? Heal. Take your time. Think about what is happening in your world. A light is being shown for you. The path is being lit up. It's like as you piece together things, you still may not make complete sense, but it will. Do you ever see those photo mosaic puzzles? Right, and it's that big like 1,000 piece puzzle, and each little piece that's this big has a bunch of little pictures in it. So it plays tricks on our eyeballs, right? Like you look at that little piece and you see all these little pieces, and you got to look at it from a distance, right? And go, wait a minute, but does it match over here? Do these two match together? But gee, that looks like it goes there. I don't know. I love doing those kind of puzzles in the winter when there's, I don't want to go outside because it's too damn cold. But there's something about that. Like you've got to see the little picture to see the big picture. You got to see the big picture to see the little picture. It's going to be pieced together for you. Take your time in making those decisions as things are lit up. Some of you could be out walking in a park. You could be spending some time on a bench. You may be taking what feels like a lonely walk. The breeze may be cooler depending on where you are. There's a need to get out in nature. There's a need to ground your energy. There's a need to feel everything around you right now. Take it all in and just be still. Okay? I think about like this coffee house is sitting on, holy mackerel, is sitting on the bottom. It's like when I get up in the morning, I'm a coffee drinker. We know this, right? I've typically got a mug in hand. I like to savor that first sip of coffee. I love it. I don't know. I get to have my coffee, sit in peace, and get my day started. Savor that moment, Scorpio collective. Savor every moment of what you are in. Be still, be present, be aware, right? Some of you may feel like you're not coming together with others as you would like to. Some of you could be traveling, be around water, living room space, like just be in the comforts. It's like you need to be in a space of comfort, because I think as you are in these spaces of comfort for yourself, this is about a learning experience. This is about a learning journey for you. Be aware of that. What else, Spirit? Gratitude. I'm going to tell you all things. I feel like the more gratitude you're living in, the more that you are letting down your defenses in some ways. Your mind is going to become calmer. You're going to feel more at peace and at ease. You're going to start to master the self in this transformation. It may feel like your feet are being knocked out from underneath you. And Spirit says, but heal. The more gratitude you give for every part of your life to date that's been difficult and beautiful, the easier this change is going to be. Just know that, okay? Scorpio collective, crossroads. This is a divergent road. This is multiple paths. This is a massive turning point. Church comes out with that. There's your stained glass. Seek sanctuary, Scorpio, if you need to. Find someone to talk to. Priest. God. A monk. Nun. A spiritual leader. A leader in your community or church groups or whatever you do. Someone around you is lighting the way. Be open to that. I just want to say to you too, that stained glass, this is a completely separate deck. I didn't even realize that this card was in this deck. It too speaks of sacred architecture. You could be finding yourself looking into different religions, different beliefs, visiting places that relieve restrictions. What's lying underneath that jail? Talk about two completely different extremes, Scorpio collective. Jail and church. Some of you, if you're dealing with addiction issues, they will tell you in NA, AA, and all the above, addiction will only ever lead you to a few places. Jails, institutions, and death. Cold, hard facts. Pay attention to that. This is also a rectifying of our actions. This is judgment being passed, right? Lock us up and throw away the key if we don't act right. You could, again, be seeing people getting their karma at this time. This may be disheartening to you. Because when you live in compassion, you feel that pain, even if they don't understand why they're living the way they are. You have to understand, as you walk this path, you are going to see things. You are going to feel things. You don't want to. You will, once you wake up and you realize things about this transformation, right? you begin to see what is unhealed within another person. And you can't help but feel sorry for where they are. Because you know what that feeling is. You've been there. You've felt that. You've lived it. You know. Right? Damp and I could talk. Damp and rainy realm. Moisture abounds, wet serenity, drizzly delight. Those mushrooms are magical. All of that is magical. I don't know. I really got to go back and watch this video because it's like waves out this side of me. Nothing is really, it's all kind of blurry, fuzzy looking. It's weird. It's like everything's moving behind me. It's the grace of spirit. Thank you. This is magical, and that magic card came out in that sacred geometry deck the other day. Guys, this is big. This is big. I see this in so many different ways, the way this is playing out. But do not fear this change. Just don't. Something beautiful is coming in. Healing, light, cleaning up ancestral traumas. Showing people what it is to wholeheartedly love. From the right spaces. Spirit said to remind you that all of this change is just temporary. Because it will get easier. It's just for now. Let's get a light workers card and then I'm going to wrap this up, guys. A light workers card. Advice for the collective, Spirit. Advice for the collective. Or we can throw the whole deck out. Advice for the collective. You're healing ancestral trauma. 1, underneath the deck, the very beginning, the first ray of power, that power card came out. Look at that. Behind that, the paradigm shift. I better watch this. These cards are a little free, put it that way. First ray of power, and then for the paradigm shift, that portal, that doorway is opening. This is probably the biggest shift of our lives. 42 breaks down to a 6. Hey, by the way, 24, 42, 24, 42 again. 24 and 42 are very, very important numbers here. Think about your 24th year if you're 42 or older. Look at those years. How did they reflect back and forth to one another? Breaks down to a 6. Again, that gives us 4 6s across the board at that point. 5 actually. 5 6s. Look that up. You take a look at this card, this 5th ray of intellectual knowledge. There are people around you who are not happy that you are where you are. You're happy. You're free. You're releasing burdens that change the way you see yourself, the way you see others. I told you, there will be people, right? I've said it before, that are not going to be happy because you're happy. You're going to be able to look at these people and realize, again, where their pain lies and what is not healed. What they've never worked on. And you're probably going to help heal them in some way. You're stopping either generational curses, or you're just going out into this world and you're doing something after this. You're going to change the way the world works. Be that voice, be that lighthouse, be that beacon, be that change. You want to see change, you got to be the change in the world you want to see. This is big. I'm going to read this to you, and then I'm going to close this out, guys. I'm going to say this real quick for those of you who have a child who's passed over. They are still with you. Okay. I also, for any woman, and it doesn't even have to be a woman. And this the way they're showing this to me is just that, though. And I'm hearing, please don't. Child, male, female, them, they, elder, it doesn't matter. Please don't. It is, it shows me an act of violence, physical violence. I don't even know what to say to that. I really don't. I don't know why that came up. Oh, goodness. What is this about, Spirit? What is this about? Speak up. What is the Spirit? Detach. And focus. Reassess. I'm going to tell you all something right now. I think it was last year, I did a video about domestic violence, right? If you are in a situation that is abusive in any form, earlier, I couldn't talk a little bit, right? I was getting a little choked up, I said. What are you not saying that's eating you up inside? You can't keep this in forever. It's time to let it out so you can move on and be happy and to detach yourself from this situation. If you are dealing with anything of the such, you do not deserve that. Nobody deserves that. Do not be afraid to speak up, because somewhere out there is someone who is going to help you. You might have to knock down 100 doors, but somebody is going to help you. And if you don't know, please email me. I will find you an outlet or a source to the best of my ability. It's time to turn the focus on you. All right, 42. I can't, these numbers are crazy. 24 and 42. It's nuts. All right, now that y'all brought tears to my eyes. Where's it at? 41, 42. The fifth ray of intellectual knowledge has come to you as a spiritual gift. You are being given the ability to find the information you need, understand systems that impact your life, and find clarity in any issue that has seemed unclear or overwhelming. You shall sort the truth from lies and learn what you need to know. The Archangel Raphael now assists you in integrating the blessings of the fifth ray. I want to say to you, too, this could incorporate the fifth dimension. I don't know why, but that's what I just heard. You are distilling a new truth. It might be the truth of discernment, where you realize the appearance of a person, group, or cause is misleadingly different to the inner reality. Discernment is incredibly important on the spiritual path. All the more so as you open up to work with this energy, with teachers and teachings, and to sort out all issues in your life according to your spiritual principles. Discernment is not judgment, but it does allow you to make informed decisions based on a frequency. When you choose to associate with people who are on a higher frequency, everyone benefits. If you choose to associate with people on a lower frequency than your own, you may feel your life moving more slowly, becoming harder than it needs to be. Discernment helps you navigate through illusions and find the real gems. It helps you step back from those who say what they want to support you, but who actually just take and not give in return. The fifth ray helps you choose wisely and sever unhealthy connections. This ray also comes to you when there is more to something than meets the eye. You will be given the power to discover and understand the truth. Wait until the truth clicks inside you. Until then, keep looking deeper until you unravel the mystery. The fifth ray will help you to do so successfully. The challenge with the fifth ray is to remain open-minded as you find your clarity. Be willing to find more information if you need it. The right answers will come. Be willing to change your viewpoint in order to perceive the truth of the matter. If a system is working for you, that's great. If it needs to be changed, don't be afraid to go into the chaos of creativity and try different ways until you discover what will work better for you now. The fifth ray has a special connection to the worlds of science. Therefore, you are encouraged to be an observer in your life, to experiment with what does and does not work for you. You are invited to pursue any form of science that is interest to you, whether this be learning nutritional science or quantum physics, the chemical composition and healing effects of essential oils, or researching meditation and healing. If these are not of interest to you, it could be simply the application of a scientific mindset in your life. In that case, become methodical in areas that can benefit from systems, habits, and structures that replicate desired results. Apply this approach to your exercise regimen, your meditation practice, and any other aspect of your lifestyle that maximizes your potential and supports your best possible life path. I'm leaving it there. All right, guys, I'm wishing you all a wonderful day. By the time this gets out to you, it's probably going to be Tuesday, or Tuesday morning or something like that. I'm wishing you all a wonderful day. Enjoy your week. I've got a couple other signs to get done. Those will be done relatively quickly, as we're already halfway through July. Holy moly. God, spirit, angels, guides, universe, bless us all. Protect us all. All right, guys. I'm wishing you all the very best. Personal reads, open and available. That information is found in the description box below, the About section of the page. I hope this message did what it was supposed to do for all of you. I'm sending you so much love. Take care. I'll see you soon. Bye.